Okay, I've got a bone to pick with these Shambletons. This is, as you'll know, Liverpool versus Everton. These, I've got a bone to pick with these pricks. Right, let's go along with the lineup. Let's start with that. I don't know where to start with these little assholes. Right, so of course we got Allison, the legendary in net. Usual suspects, Trent and Robertson. Joel Matip started. I did predict Canate to start, but Joel Matip played. I'm glad he did. Virgil van Dijk, Fabinho, Thiago, and Naby. My favourite midfield. I'm surprised that Thiago starting. I mean, not really surprised, but I didn't really want him to play. I would have rested him because it was a risk of injury, but Klopp, we trust him. He played him. We have Salah, Mane, and Jota in the front three. I would have expected Diaz to start, but he played him on the bench. This is one of the things of having a strength in depth in your team. You just don't know what Klopp's going to do, and then yet again he made the right decision. Now let's get on to these assholes. Jordan Prickford. That's his new name from now on. Jordan Prickford started. Couldn't give her less what this guy's name is. Not even going to learn how to say it. Keane, Holgate, Coleman, and Iwobi, Alan, Doucouré, and Gray. This little bitch, Richarlison, and man like Gordon, not the chef. He couldn't handle the heat in Anfield. That's a different type of kitchen. Just couldn't take the heat. Right, so we obviously started with the 4-3-3. These pricks started with basically a 4-5-1 or a 4-4-2, depending how you see it. Or sometimes it was basically a 4-5-0, if that even makes no, like a 5-5-0. It just depends how they started. They basically parked the whole freaking bench. They never even got out. It was mostly this the zero Michelin star chef thinking, is it running? There'll be that little bitch running, and then Gray will try to run. We'll have the odd run from Doucouré running in, and that was it. The rest of them was always back. If not, they was all back, and it was all like that, set up, and more like it was set up like this. Sometimes it would actually be like they would have sit real deep like this, or one of Alan or Doucouré would slip in. I think Doucouré was actually set on Thiago. It would be Alan who'd come in, and then it would be like this, and then the bitch Richarlison. That's how they was mostly set up. That's what we was facing. And then we had our team doing what they do. First half was sloppy. We wasn't our best. We wasn't really out of the gates, so we slowed the game really down. And yeah, it was just basically that. We was just too slow in the passes, too sloppy in the passes. More asleep than awake. I'm just thankful that we done it. I'm actually happy. I took all of my like energy out after the game. I lost my voice, everything, but yeah, now that I come to thinking about it, I'm doing this off the cuff again, a little off the cuff reaction. And the more I think about it, the more it just makes me angry again, a little bit, with these little charlatans. Okay, so yeah, Trent wasn't at his best in the first half. He was asleep. He took a little while. Some people would say wasn't at his best and probably give him like a low rating for the end of the game. But he did wake up in the second half. He improved a little bit for defensive wise, and in the second half he did improve a lot for the attacking wise of the game. That part of the game he did a few good through balls, did back to his best again. Allison, absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, that moment at the end, I love that. I absolutely loved that. Honestly, it reminded me of. So let me walk you through it. When he took the ball at the end, when Richarlison just had a little pop shot, Allison took the ball and from Pickford just basically done what he did. Just he's under no pressure. Just grabs the ball, falls to the ground. That's what he was doing all game. These lot were doing all of the Atletico Madrid antics and took it up a notch, even for these charlatans, Everton. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And then that's what made me happy at the end. Allison just did that for jokes. Oh, it was hilarious, hilarious. And the crowd, honestly, best reaction of the crowd that I've seen for a long time this season. Matip, one of the best players for me. One of the candidates for man of the match. Absolutely brilliant the way he dealt with the fake Chef Gordon. Absolutely brilliant. Van Dijk, I'd say was just over average. He didn't have too much because all the attacks were coming from this side. Dealt with his stuff. He didn't really have too much to do in the end. He did what he did. Robertson, one of the mans of the match. Absolutely brilliant in going up and down, defence and attack. He done absolutely fantastic. Got the goal, obviously. Even without the goal, he was one of the man of the matches. The way he played, he was brilliant. The perfect player that we needed for this tough, nitty-gritty game. It was just a perfect matchup. He is always up for the scrap. Fabinho does what he does best. But for me, because he's also Brazilian, he was too nicey with Richarlison, and I did not like that. He gets under my nerve, this fucking bitch Richarlison, honestly. Oh, I hate him so much. I don't know what it is, but just all the things that he does. And it's not just that, it's just been like that from day one, even before the dives, even before all that. Since day one, since he's been playing against Liverpool, I just never liked him. Never liked him. It's just been one of those things. I can't put my pin on it. I did know why I hated him at one point, but then at another point I just completely forgot because they are so irrelevant to me. Thiago did brilliantly considering he was basically man-marked the whole game from Doucouré. Obviously world class. I obviously find it tough as well, breaking it down. I'll give it to him. Everton did do a good job in parking the bus. Well done, well done. Absolutely anti-football playing, but they did well at it. And but eventually Thiago was unlocking them, and that's what we needed. That's what we got him for. I'll actually move on to him after. Salah played quite decent. Second half especially turned up. First half there wasn't all at it. Second half he really turned up. Got the ball. Was helping out in defence and attack. It was brilliant. Mane also did really brilliant in form. Had a really good shot that was just over the crossbar. got the yellow card. Oh, a lot of incidents as usual for Merseyside derby, of course. And Sadio, I did predict he would actually, Klopp would take him off because of that yellow card. We could not risk that. Jota, Jota was just there because in case we needed that goal. He is a little bit out of form, but the hate that he's receiving, or not even hate, but criticism, you would say from most Liverpool fans and most other fans, is criticism and hate and whatever. Some people would say it's actually just hate, whatever, but he is receiving a lot of unfair treatment, I believe, Jota. Like, he is world class at finishing, and that's what he was basically there for. Even though he's out of form, we could almost basically guarantee him for a goal. But he did not get that today. He still did his job, and but he just didn't really offer much in other departments because he is out of form. But people are forgetting, even when he's on form and he's getting them important, crucial goals, which we wouldn't be with the here without. Liverpool would not be in the same position without Jota this season. Those goals that we needed him, and even when he is form and he's popping them goals off, he's been out of form, so it's off the ball, and everyone's just forgetting. Oh no, he's just a goal scorer. He hasn't really been like that, but people are forgetting. He is actually a good all-round player. He's good with the link-up play. He's good with the passes. He's good at progressing the ball. He's actually good at dribbling as well, which is why he was always good as playing starting off as a wide left, which is originally what I thought he would be. But he's turned out to be a really good number 9. It's just that he's been usurped by Sadio because he has been playing even better and he's more in form as a number 9. This has been absolutely transformational, but Jota, he's also very good. People are forgetting that. Now let's go on to these charlatans. Just default, didn't progress. Just defence all of the backline. Nothing needs to be said. Just defence, they did good. Prickford, waste time being an arsehole. Iwobi, he was the only one that was, being annoying. They're cutting off the passing lines, moving up forward to for the counter as well, and then coming back and basically just defending. Alan Doucouré doing what they do, just being annoying little assholes. Defending. Doucouré had the one chance moving up, but Fabinho pushed him out wide. It was brilliant, and then he had to just drag it wide. And Doucouré just doing what he does, being an asshole as well during the whole game. And De Gea had one shot, farther out. Other than that, he was nothing, just another defender. Bitch Richarlison. Let's move on. Fake Chef Gordon. Good at using his pace, good at diving. Yes, it was a dive. He did not deserve that penalty. Let's move on from that. Yes, I can be biased, but deal with it. This is the Liverpool channel, Liverpool fan channel. But he's good. He's got potential. He's got the pace, but end product questionable, and the dives just ridiculous. The second one could have a shout, but he's very soft, very soft. Yes, in my biased opinion, humble opinion, it was soft, the second one. So, no. This little bitch, honestly, Richarlison, you would think we had a sniper here, all 4 corners of Anfield, just popping off at his feet. There's twinkle toes every time a player just brushed past him. Honestly, on the floor, rolling, diving, trying to get players angry, ruffled up, trying to get players sent off, get him a card, literally showing to the ref, pointing out the card on the floor like a little bitch that he is. What a bitch player, and that's why I was annoyed. I really wanted someone with steel like Henderson in this team to just up it up a little bit of a notch. Because Fabinho, like them being Brazilians, they're too nice to each other. I don't like that. You need to recognise what this guy is doing. Like, our team can be too nice at times, and that does frustrate me. But other times actually, because that would have played in Everton's hands, so it's good we didn't play like that, clashing against them. Otherwise, we would have played into their hands. They could have got the draw. Probably even worse, they could have even won maybe, but that's just one of those. It's just one of those kind of things. You have to play your own game as well. And but yeah, we did it. We got through it. And but yeah, I honestly I just hate this guy. Hate him. I cannot describe how much I hate this guy. I mean, this guy. Honestly, this guy, Richarlison. What a oh my god, twinkle toes. Honestly, little just freaking on the floor all the time, all the time. Literally all hands on deck. More than Captain Morgan. This guy. This guy's done more rollovers than the lottery. Richarlison, little prick. Honestly, for the good riddance with these shitbags. I am so glad, so freaking glad. These pricks are going. Yes, I predicted that these pricks are going to get relegated. Burnley, well done. I didn't want Burnley to originally stay, to be honest. I wanted them to go down as well. I'm sick of seeing them in the Premier League. But in this case, I do want, and it will be a bittersweet season, that these pricks, Everton, go down. I want them to go down, and they will. Hopefully they do. And this is basically a major thing. They can actually go down. And yeah, so right, let's get on with our team. How we decimated these little pricks and assholes. Now in the second half, instant impacts once we made the changes. Because basically all these assholes were doing is just parking the bus. They weren't really getting out. Klopp made the change. We all predicted Diaz would come on, and we all wanted Origi to come on. As Liverpool fans, we all wanted that, and we got our wish. Oh, it was absolutely bittersweet. So Naby came off for Diaz, I believe, or one of them. Well, they both came out at the same time, so I can't remember which swaps for swap it was. But basically, it was Mane that came off. I predicted he would be one of the front three to come off because he had the yellow card, too much of a risk. And he got replaced for Origi, and for Naby, Luis Diaz came on. And then we basically done the tactical switch to basically a 4-2-4. And some people will say it's a 4-4-2 because of the fact Salah and Mane were tracking back and helping out in the defence for their counters whenever they pushed up with the bitch Richarlison, Gray and Iwobi. Whenever they came up, these guys were helping out. Otherwise, these were all defending. It was all parking the bus. And yeah, so they didn't even really need to. And so yeah, basically we had Jota, Origi, Salah, and Luis Diaz out wide. And then this is where I felt confident having these players out wide, especially Diaz. We would actually get somewhere. Then we had Fabinho and Thiago doing the pivot role. Now this is where the masterclass comes in. People are also forgetting that this is something Klopp has actually worked on for a long time. He actually he used this tactic last season, even over a year ago, once we had Jota, once we introduced him into the front three, into the mix. We played against City at the Etihad with this formation in the first half, 4-2-4, and they actually confused Guardiola. We was absolutely all over City. We should have actually won that game. Thumbs up if you remember that. That was brilliant, honestly. Masterclass from Pep. He has been working on this for a long time, I believe. This is his solution, one of his solutions for breaking down the low block. And it was brilliant. So we had these guys pushing up and the defenders just could not handle it. We had Jota, Origi, we had Diaz, we had Salah, and then all of a sudden the spaces were opening up, or these guys were just pushing up along them. We had Trent, Robertson, And then Thiago Fabinho with a safe bank, and then we had Matip and Van Dijk pushing up Alisson a little bit further up, and these guys was opening up the little bits of spaces, the passing lanes, and it was really fantastic to see. And then the man of the moment comes up, Robertson, through the header and gets it in. Oh, a brilliant goal, well deserved. He was brilliant. And then, who was it, I believe, that got swapped over for Henderson? Jota got swapped over, and then Henderson came in. So then that was an extra cover for us to keep pushing, get the steal back. I was glad to see the captain. Then we had the extra little bit in the force in the back, and then we just pushed on from there. We had Trent and Robbo pushing out wide, Salah, Diaz coming in a bit more. We had Origi doing Origi things, Henderson coming in from the right side, and still we had Thiago and Fabinho. Thiago supplying the passes now, cutting them open. Fabinho blocking them off. Matip blocking the counter off as well. As when Trent was running back, Matip had this pretty Gordon covered. It was brilliant to see Matip, one of the best players that game. And then Henderson comes up with the ball, crosses it. Diaz with the beautiful overhead bicycle kick. Whether it was a shot on goal or pass, some people say it was deliberate. I think it was a shot. He slightly mishit it. It was good though. He has the acrobatic skills for that, and he has done it before. And then Origi's just doing Origi things, always there at the right time. Bang! The absolute G Divock Origi. It had to be. I'm so happy it was him. It had to be Divock Origi, and no one deserves it more. This guy's record against Everton, unbelievable, one of the best. He's an absolute cult hero, legend. Words cannot describe how much of a legend he is. He will never be forgotten. Absolute legend of the game for Liverpool. Yeah, ended up winning the game 2-0. And then these little assholes, Richarlison being the bitch, he should have got sent off for that kick that he did on Henderson. This is one of those things that pisses me off. He does those types of things. Doucouré, like when that little bitch Richarlison was on the floor again for a slightest touch from Thiago, the guy's rolling, and then Doucouré takes it out on Fabinho, and it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And then he should have been sent off as well in my eyes. Maybe biased, whatever. It is what it is. Freaking, oh my god. I knew this was going to be a tough fight, to be honest. They did do more than I thought they would. They brought more of a fight. Well done to Everton, you did that. But the two dirty, nasty, they always act as, it's like this is a World Cup game for Everton against Liverpool. Always turn it up 100 notches every time. It's no wonder I think this is the game with the most red cards in the Premier League. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous game, crazy game. A derby. What more can you expect? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. What more is there? This is like another off the cuff video. No notes, no edits. Just off the top of my head, what I can remember. Yeah. This was a crazy game, and Everton. Some fans that are kind-hearted. Honestly, they were saying at the start. I remember, I was reading through the chats, going through the social media. Some Liverpool fans were saying we don't want to see Everton relegated. I was like, no. I was like this from the start. I want to see these pricks fucking relegated. I fucking hate Everton. Flipping hate them. This just increased them feelings after this game. I was like, yes. And now everyone, or most of the Liverpool fans that I seen after that game, want to see them relegated. I was like that from the start. These little assholes, they deserve it. They freaking deserve it. Good riddance in my eyes. Bye bye, Everton. You will not be missed. Cops most wanted out.